Is this considered a strange food in Iran?
No, everybody knows.
It is the mission of the Best Ever Food Review Show to seek out and document
This is sick, yo.
the most unique food from around the world.
How do you find it?
Milky.
Yeah, it's milky.
From hunting and cooking up python in Florida, USA,
They have a really unique looking long liver.
You want to eat it?
I want us to eat it.
Oh, wow.
to cooking pork in a natural earth oven while rubbing shoulders with a Papuan chief. Today's search for the strange has brought me to the country of Iran. Few Americans have had the chance to visit here,
What would be considered a strange food in Iran?
Well,
and far fewer have gotten permission to document what they experienced.
I'm tempted to call it spaghetti ice cream.
From sheep who have lost their heads
Are you counting them?
to a dessert maker who's lost his mind.
It's a very thorough mixing. By the time it's all mixed in, do you even feel the meat in there?
So expect the unexpected as we go off menu in Iran.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
So it's like some good tea. Do you go with sugar or no sugar?
We use this one. We call it nabat.
No, but
You can put it inside and melt it.
just let it disappear a little bit.
This is Soleiman. He has a Wikipedia page. I don't even have a Wikipedia page. He studied martial arts for 16 years in Japan. Now he's passing this martial arts knowledge on to the next generation. And he's passing his culinary knowledge on to me.
In ancient time, even now, most of Iranian traditional sportsmen, especially after practicing in the morning, they come and they eat KALEH PACHEH, so you get more strong bodies.
What is KALEH?
KALEH means head,
And poche is...
and this feet.
all that's on the menu here is sheep head and sheep feet?
Yes.
Cool.
KALEH PACHEH, literally head and hooves, is a dish that has deep roots in Iran. Food born long ago of necessity, making use of the less prized cuts to create one surprising meal.
When you get the head, do they bring you the whole head? I don't really want to
No,
look
no.
my food in the eyeballs. So they've just cut up all these different meats and put it on a plate. So by the time you see it, you don't even know if it's cheek meat or...
No, we know.
Oh, you're good. You are an expert. I'm about to go see how they make it. When I come back with a plate of this meat, I want you to point to each piece and tell me what is what.
Okay.
All right, are you hungry?
No? But okay.
This is TABAKHI Kaj restaurant.
The food is getting prepared right now. I'm going to help them pile it in. Why don't you come with me?
There is no vegan menu,
Oh, I got it. Oh, that's heavier than you would think.
no vegetarian option,
I got it.
no house salad.
It's a good workout.
Just the classics, meat dishes that date back hundreds of years.
There's about 20 heads in here. All they've done so far is clean them and kind of burn the fur off of the outside. I think we should start the cooking process so it starts to look more like food and less like a horror movie for sheep. So right now we're just loading all the heads into the water. It's important to grab them by the teeth, I guess. It's like a good grip point.
The sheep heads and hooves will boil for the next hour.
Bye for now, little guys.
Luckily, we have a fresh batch already ready to go.
Will this tooth come out? Oh, I kind of wish I didn't do that. Got everything here, and this is the assembly area. Here in the back, we have all the heads. Here, the brain, rendered sheep fat, and then the hooves. Somewhere hiding in here is the tongue, too. Oh, okay, there's the tongue, I found it. Oh, the cheek meat just comes off so easily. Back over here, the tongue, peeling this outer layer. You don't want that, but inside is this really tender tongue meat. Oh, what? He's taking the eyeball, but all this fat and muscle tissue around the eyeball he's keeping right here. A whole hoof, a brain, putting some broth, bringing all this back to life. Some oil on top. This is gonna be so rich. Cinnamon on top, and then it is done. Sir, thank you. Oh, yeah. Merci.
Before getting to the main course, the chef insists on offering an appetizer. It's called abgusht.
If you had to create a name for it in English, what would you call it?
Mid-water.
All right.
I call it brain gravy. Cooked sheep brains are minced and placed in a small bowl with sheep broth, pure fat, and cinnamon. At the table, you're free to toss in a squeeze of lime and some bits of sangak bread.
It's very rich. That sheep fat, it's like eating the soul of a sheep. It has like the sheep essence.
Yes.
Once you mix in everything, you don't really feel the brain that much.
Yes. The taste of the brain and the soup get together. Ooh.
You have a little bit of everything here. So you said as you look at it, you can pick out every food item.
Yeah.
Can you give me a tour of this platter?
So this is the brain. This part is meat of the face.
Cheek.
This
Yeah.
area. And this one, the end of the ears.
Oh.
And this one, pache.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
I think you missed one.
Oh. I cannot see because I don't have my eyes with me.
This one.
Oh, wow. This is zaban, means tongue.
Tongue.
Some call this dish old man food. Maybe it's because some old men know how to appreciate tradition.
How do I share one tongue with somebody?
And maybe it's because watching your food watching you scares the younger generation.
I'm gonna try this cheek meat at first, just alone.
For me, when I close my eyes and open my mouth, all I taste is high quality protein.
Wow. When you come in here, the restaurant smells a bit sheepy.
Yes.
So I thought this would be sheepy.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just super tender meat. That cinnamon adds a nice layer to it. Oh, I like that a lot. You can take the tongue, you can just spread it on the bread like a pate. Oh man. Wow, it just has that nice kind of lamb flavor.
Yeah.
Super tender though, incredibly soft. I love being surprised like this. It's so good.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too. I've got the sheep foot right here. Do you think this sheep ever stepped in poop?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But they cleaned it a lot, right?
Sure.
Okay, it's
Sure.
fine. So it's fine, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, it's like pure gelatin. That feeling of kind of loose, jelly, fatty. When I was young, if you gave this to me, I could not handle it. Now I like it. I think for me, this is a very pleasant surprise. I really did like it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Remember Mohsen?
This is great for sex, you know.
I'm sorry, what?
This time he's showing me one of Tehran's strangest snack food combinations.
I'm tempted to call it spaghetti ice cream, but it's not that because the noodles aren't ice cream. They're real noodles, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a noodle, but we call it faluda in Farsi.
In Iran, you're more likely to eat noodles for dessert than for dinner. KALEH Rose Shop has been around for 65 years, refining this traditional Iranian recipe. Thin vermicelli-sized noodles made from starch in an ice-cold syrup containing sugar and rose water with some cherry syrup on top.
I want some of these really frozen ones. Let's try it out.
Do you feel the rose?
Oh, that's what it is. It's so perfumey. Man, if I was missing my girlfriend and she wore this perfume, I would just eat this when I miss her. Aside from that, this texture is great because the only one I have to compare it to is it in India. This is basically a noodle ice cream. Oh, that is a complex flavor profile. Those noodles are very soft, and these noodles have great texture. They're like frozen all the way through. It's like kind of fun to bite through.
Don't compare it with any other place in the world.
Okay, yeah, stop comparing
It's
it.
only in Iran. There's a tradition. When we finish the noodles, we do something like this. And we drink the water.
It's like the broth. I mean, for me, where I come from in Asia, we just call that broth. Super sugary, sweet, syrupy, but it's refreshing. This is like a big dessert. I'm really surprised by the sizes of food here, but the people are not huge.
Our old friend Parnyan joins me as this exotic food feast continues in her home city of Isfahan.
Behind us, a confectionery whipping up one of Iran's most outrageous desserts with an ingredient you would never expect to see: meat.
Yes,
Does this seem normal to you?
I grow up with that food.
What is the name in Farsi?
Khoresh mas,
Which means
yogurt stew.
Khoresh mast, an Isfahan tradition. The main ingredients, stewed meat and yogurt. An impossible combination, but after seeing how it's made, it'll all make sense.
First of all, Thank you for the hairnet. Do you need a little hairnet like for your mustache, or that's good?
Battering? No, you don't need one.
Okay. All right, hey, if you say so.
Lamb neck meat is braised until tender, shredded into thin strips, and mixed with creamy Iranian yogurt.
It's almost like he's shampooing someone's hair. That's what it reminds me of. Have you ever shampooed someone's hair before? It's a very thorough mixing. By the time it's all mixed in, do you even feel the meat in there?
No one can feel the chunks of.
Oh, okay. He's showing us the old traditional way of doing it by hand, but usually, I mean, he's using these machines back here, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got it. It's right here. It's pretty useful.
He blends saffron with sugar to make a powder, dilutes that in water, shakes it, and tosses it in with the rest. When the mixture turns a live-strong shade of vibrant yellow, he adds more sugar, then more sugar, and a lot more sugar. Mix, 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 and finally, a finishing touch, some walnuts.
It seems like the recipe, it's just more saffron is never bad. Have you ever had too much saffron?
I'm gonna have right now.
Right now? Are you saying this is too much? I'm not even sure exactly what saffron tastes like. It seems like everything in Iran that's yellow like this, it's either turmeric, saffron, or sometimes both.
Yeah. How does that taste for you?
Oh, that's what saffron tastes like. Saffron tastes like elegance.
Exactly.
You're right, there's no meat bits in there, but it's a little weird how it's like sweet, sour, and meaty at the same time.
The end result tastes nothing like lamb meat, but just like halim where they mix stewed mutton with wheat, the meat itself alters the texture of the dish, giving it a congealed, thick consistency, unlike any dessert I've tried before.
For me, this is the pinnacle of luxury. This is pure opulence.
Pure opulence. I'm gonna add that to my vocabulary.
Great, perfect.
In pursuit of chasing down the world's most unique foods, I've discovered that if culinary traditions have survived for hundreds of years, there's usually a reason for it. And more often than not, you'll be very happy you gave that wild-looking dish a try. From researching and shooting to editing and mastering, our 10-person best ever food review show team works hard to roll out the highest quality travel food entertainment twice a week. If you like what we do here, please consider supporting our Patreon. Patreon allows fans of the show to contribute a monthly sum and receive a load of extras like early video releases, private Q&As, and beyond.
To learn more about our Patreon, check out the link in the description box down below. And if you can't give or don't even feel like it, that's okay too. We're just happy you're here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We have so much more in store here from Iran. I will see you next time. Peace. All right.
And be sure to check out our second channel, More Best Ever Food Review Show, for raw clips and deleted scenes that didn't make it into the show.